Hello everybody, welcome to my kitchen. I am going to show you a quick recipe today. I've been on a gluten, dairy and soya free diet for probably about a year now. Maybe just under a year, I'm not too sure. It's been a wonderful journey. You know, I've had to learn how to make a lot of new things because you just can't eat if you don't. Today I'm making buckwheat pancakes. With Pancake Day coming up, I thought it'd be a good recipe to show you. And today we're going completely dairy free, soya free and gluten free. So that being said, I'm gonna get into it. So I'm gonna start with my eggs. I'm basically gonna double up this recipe. So I'm gonna use 4 eggs, and I will definitely write the recipe. I think type it underneath, and let's get that done quickly. Bang, 2 eggs. And 3 eggs, no shell. I got skills. And bang, no shell. I'm a G. Right, so that's 4 eggs in there. My buckwheat flour. Ooh, love it. I'm gonna get 1 cup of buckwheat flour. And I don't mind it being a heaped cup, you know, roughly 1 cup. I like the mix to be thick. So basically, the thicker the mix, the easier it's going to be to fry. Not too thick, obviously. You want it to be able to pour into the pan. 1 cup of buckwheat flour goes in. I'm now going to get 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Wheat-free baking powder, 2 teaspoons of wheat-free baking powder. I don't know why they would put wheat in baking powder, but they do with some of them. And measuring 1 and 2 teaspoons. I like to put a bit of cinnamon and nutmeg in, so again, we're gonna go with 2 teaspoons. I'm gonna be a bit more precise with these. Ground cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of ground nutmeg, 2 teaspoons of cacao, bit of vanilla in there. 1 teaspoon is good enough for me. I'm using coconut milk. You could use almond milk or any other, you know, dairy-free, dairy substitute milk of your choice. So 1 and 2 cups. I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of agave syrup in there. There we go. So I've given that a mix. Now what's happened, this is too runny for my liking. So I'm gonna add some more flour. And at your own discretion, you get it to the consistency that you like. But what I found is that a thicker consistency is easier to turn. A bit more buckwheat flour, just to thicken it a bit. So here we are, back now. I've got my fruit washed and ready. Blueberries, I'm just going to leave them whole. Right, so the blueberries are going to be whole. I have strawberries. I'm going to cut the strawberries up, probably dice them, something like that. And again, mango, dice them. I'm not sure if these things are meant to go together, but I like them together. It's my favorite sauce to have with my pancakes. So without further ado, this is for me the easiest way to do this. Mango is like very juicy and slippery. You run down your arm and stuff. So I just slice it up in the skin and carve it off. I'll show you that now. And I just turn you inside out like that, and bang, just cut it off. Just chop, dice you, bang, bang, bang. So again, just buckwheat in there. And now cut my strawberries. I'm gonna basically dice them again like I've done with the mango. So here I have a bowl with my strawberries, mango and blueberries ready to make my fruity sauce. Be right back. So here we are now at the stove. Saucepan, fruit. I'm going to start off by putting a high flame underneath my saucepan. We'll get half a cup of water. I've already boiled it. Don't burn yourself. Half a cup of water into my saucepan. That's boiling already, as you can see it's hot. So I'm gonna now go again, ground cinnamon. Yeah, I love me some cinnamon, you know. Gonna go 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Bang. Oh, yep, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm gonna basically finish the nutmeg. And you can hear that just boiling away. And again, bit of vanilla. We'll go 1 teaspoon. Vanilla, in you go. Right, drop you there. And sizzling away. I've got that to the boil, so I'm going to turn flame down a little. Turn that down a bit. And grabbing my agave. Love me some agave as well. Beautiful agave syrup. You can use Canadian maple syrup or maple syrup, whatever. Honey, whatever you like. I'm gonna go 1, 2. 2 is the magic number today. Drip, 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 drip that in there. Cool. Drop you down. So now, bringing the flame back up a bit again. Stirring that with a wooden spoon. And in I drop my fruits. Careful, don't let the hot water splash out on you. And I think I've got too much fruit for my pan, which is quite amusing. But anyway, I'm gonna make it work. Just gonna let that boil down. Yeah. I've definitely put too much fruit in there. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit more water. Say another half cup. Drop that in. And a lot of this stuff is to do, like, as to your preference, I find. You know, some people may like it sweeter. You might want to put more agave, whatever. Different fruits. I'm basically, you know, I experiment a lot in the kitchen nowadays because I'm trying to find new stuff that I like, and this combination really does me. So I'm just gonna stir that around a bit. And again, that's on a high flame now because and it's basically just gonna. Some of the water's going to boil out. You've got the natural juices of the fruits there. You know, they're going to come together. You're going to get a nice sweet, but not too sweet, naturally sweet. You know, agave, a little bit of agave in there. But we're basically relying on the natural sweetness of the fruit for our sauce here. So what I basically do with this is, once I've got that going, I'm going to put that to the side to simmer and start frying my pancakes. So here I am with my frying pan. Pancake mix over here. I'm just gonna pop you down beside the pan. I fry with olive oil. I've heard some people say that it's not good to fry with olive oil. You can maybe let me know why. Leave a comment or whatever. Educate me a bit. But I like it. It's quite light, and so that's what I'm going to be using today. You can, you know, use. I sometimes use coconut oil. I don't have any today, so olive oil is what I'm going with. Just going to pour a bit in there. So the first one I do a bit just to kind of get the sauce around the pan. Get the oil around the pan, I should say. And I want to do that whilst taking little moments to stir the sauce in. Stir that down. And here we go. We're just going to drop it in. I'm making some nice big ones today, so I've got the new pan. And I'll just let that spread around, let that get nice and thick. Turning it over can sometimes be tricky. Obviously you want to let the pancake kind of solidify a little bit before you do that. I'm going to try now. It's still a bit wet, but hey, I'm going to go for it. And that is my technique. I just kind of scoop and drop. Spin it and drop it. Try to do it all in one. As you can see there, the sauce just bubbling over. So there's the mush of fruit that I was speaking about. Give that a stir. Throw that back on the back fire. Pour it on. Pancake mix goes on my mix. So now I've finished frying the pancakes. Bring the sauce back forward to the front stove. And as you can see here, oh lovely. So there's mangoes, strawberries, blueberries coming together. Nice little sauce there. I could do this for longer and you know, let it thicken up a bit more, but I'm fine with this consistency. Again, it's preference. You might want to do it for longer. Yeah, usually by the time I finish frying my pancakes, the sauce is ready. If not, I'll just leave it for a little longer. But oh, I'm gonna love this. I'm gonna go plate up and yeah, I'll show you how to eat it. Pancakes. Well, I'm gonna just take one off the top. And I'm gonna take two off the top. Throw them on my plate. Just, oh, there you go. Oh, that's fruity.